Hey, what up everyone? I'm Cinny Cool and this is Gems of War. And today we got the World event and a Blackhawk week. So we'll be doing the weekly preview for Blackhawk, Underspire, Vinky Drop Table, the Soul Forge, Epic Trials kinda, sorta. We do have Guild Wars this week, but I'm gonna do that tomorrow, just to juice up the stream a little bit tomorrow. So offense and defense for Guild Wars, which is later this week. We'll do that tomorrow, because today there's just too much going on to also do that. I haven't thought about my team or anything yet, so we'll get into that tomorrow though. And today, World event and Blackhawk weekly preview. Right? It is a world event, huh? Let's see. Yes. Okay, what's the medal? Curious. Okay, it's spell damage. Alright, so yeah, we'll get into that, but let me run a trial while I set up the stream. See if the AI can win, if the auto battler can win. I don't really have a thumbnail. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to do with the thumbnails for the world event. Or the world event, the stream. And then I got a video after. It's like I'd rather put the thumbnail on the video after. Oops, wrong button. Alright. Let's go. Autoplay. Let's see if they can win. Alright, setting her up. Setting her up. We got World Event Teams High, Mid, Low. Week's Preview. Blackhawk Underspire. Gems of War Live 10/13/2025. Copy. Pasty. Thumbnail. I'm just going to put the troop up there, I think. And playlist would be Gems of War live streams. No, I'm not a robot. Should I put some tags? We'll put Gems of War World Event. Gems of War. I don't know. What's it called? Where's the rum gone or something like that? Gems of War. Where? Something like that. We'll go over the scoring too. I forgot to put that in the title. Okay. Hopefully you're enjoying the epic trial. Alright. The game is Gems of War. I think there might be a new thing where I can do this before. YouTube's been making some changes to live streaming, like we can do the members only thing at the end if we ever wanted to. And I think there's a thing, it's like they frame it as like a way to practice live streaming before you go live, but I think wonder if I could use that to set the stream up before I go live and then go live once I'm ready instead of doing it like this. I'll have to look into that. Alright, I think I'm ready. About ready. Let me jump into the chat here. I think we secured the 8.4 finally. We've been going back and forth and back and forth. Let's get that 8.5. Come on, subscribe. We got Sauna, we got Chad, we got Daniel. How's it going? Hit the like, turn in your ticket to the train. We had a good one on Saturday. That was surprising. That was nice. A real good stream on Saturday. Alright, so close. Sorry. Sorry. I forgot to do the event key drop table last time. Let's not forget today. Somebody remind me. Alright, so I remember this epic trial, and it mostly has to do with Captain McCall there. You can get them submerged, and then you instant kill them, because Captain McCall will instant kill anything that is submerged. So let's get the enemy submerged, and then shoot them with Captain McCall. Even if you have to shoot them twice with Captain McCall, because I think when he does damage, he submerges them. But then when he does his next damage, he'll instant kill them. Like right here, we win. Bang. So should be fine, even if you have to do it yourself. I think it's even easier if you do it yourself, because you can control, you can super focus on Captain McCall, getting them up, casting them, and instant killing. So probably one of the easier ones out there. Blackhawk Epic Trials. Alright, so let's get rid of all our blinkies. Let's give it to our guild. Guild. Tasks. Where are we at? Do we have all the basics done? Yes. Okay, so what's the next best thing here? We got 9 out of 12. Let's get, our million. There we go. My gold requirement has been given. Alright, so now we can collect our stuff. Alright, have you ever wondered how it feels to be in a good guild? Or why Cool always tells you to keep getting into better and better guilds? Here it is right here, this is why. One of the reasons at least. Let's watch it. I like it. Show it off. JM Bricks and Tyrion Shark. What's going on? Alright, so this is all the stuff you can get. Stuff like this. You might be in a better guild, you might be in a slightly not as good guild, but either way, it's around this much stuff. We got a badge of guard, pretty much, a deed of magic, 2 mythic ingots, legendary ingot, bunch of arcane trait stones, some more trait stones, some more ingots, some pet food, glory, gold, souls, jewels, diamonds, more jewels, event keys, gem keys, gems, glory keys. Look at that, 468 glory keys, 515 gold keys. That'll help early game when you're a beginner and you're still trying to get mythics and legendaries and epics and stuff. Like, imagine getting this many keys as a beginner, like, every week. Be pretty sick. A vault key, some writs. So, super nice. Got a Medal of Guard out of it. Alright, let's get rid of some of this stuff. Got 23 hours, so I don't need to use that right now. Let's look at my offers. Man, I just keep buying them. They keep giving me stuff I want. I gotta start taking tribute. I started a little bit. I really gotta get on it. Got some gems in the adventure board. Good place to get class experience. Campaign. It's blinking for no reason, it looks like. And yeah, let's get into this world event. Why is the rum gone? Is what it's called. We offered to help fix up Keghammer's mess in Blackhawk. The Chancellor of Blackhawk gratefully agreed. It would need a lot of rum and treasure to make the pirates happy again. Collect rum and treasure from Blackhawk's foes to win over the pirates. We got a spell damage medal, so we're gonna want to pick troops that hit all enemies, or a weapon that hits all enemies. We need to buy up in the shop, but first collect your rewards, because your rewards include tokens, which can make a badge or a medal that helps you do better in the event. So, world event is the medal. You know, like I always say, invasion is the tower killer, and raid is the boss killer, and bounty is the bounty captain, and journey is the pathfinder. Well, world event is the medal. So let's get this medal. See how much we get. This is the only event in the game where you collect your rewards as you go, and it's better. Like, it's just wait and collect it at the end, and there's no difference. But in world event, it's like the only one you want to collect your rewards as you go, as they pop up. Got a lesser orb of glory, nice. Good morning, Classic. We have a badge. I usually want to make that at least a medal, so I'm gonna buy in the shop till I get a medal at least. That's how I do it. Might have to buy a little further, but normally to start it out, I'll just buy till I get a medal. Okay, tier 3. There's no weapon here, there's no troop here, so it's all about the medal and having enough turns to do your share. Got a Medal of Strife. And let's see, we gotta do the scoring now. Alright, scoring for the world event. World event, why is the rum gone? There are 6 battles that players can encounter during the event. Knight Coronet, Mummikus, Centuragon, Chief Stronghorn, Wrath, and Megavore. The battles are randomly chosen, but they all have an equal chance of appearing on the map. Scoring. You can find the following rewards for each of the different battles you may encounter. Alright, so Megavore is worth the most, which is 4 treasures. Each treasure is worth 5 points, so that's 20 points. Wrath is worth 15 points, 3 treasures, but so is Chief Stronghorn. He's worth 5 rum, which is 3 points, which is also 15. So the legendaries are worth the same. So you might want to just pick one and keep picking it. So if you pick Wrath, keep picking Wrath. If you pick Chief Stronghorn, keep picking Chief Stronghorn. I don't think that can hurt you. Or just whatever the highest level one is, I guess. After that, Centuragon is worth 2 treasures, which is 10 points. Mummikus is worth 3 rum, which is 15. Or no, 9. Sorry, 9. I'm dumb. Alright, 9, so that's less. And the Knight Coronet is worth 1 rum and 1 treasure, which is 8 points. So it is in order. Megavore's worth the most, which is the Mythic. Wrath and Chief Stronghorn are worth the next most. They're tied, so it doesn't matter which one you pick for real. They're legendaries. Centurigon is an epic, and it's worth the next most. And then you got Mummikus, and then Knight Coronet is the one you do not want to pick. If you can. You know, sometimes it's just Knight Coronet there, and you have to pick them, obviously. Doesn't mean you stop playing the event just because there's Knight Coronets there. But yeah, if you can, don't pick Knight Coronet. And if you see Megavore, do Megavore. It says each rum is worth 3 points, and each treasure is worth 5 points. As the battles get harder, they will also increase the amount of rum and treasures they give by 25%. So as they get harder, so as they level, they get to be worth more. So you want to pick the highest level. Alright, so that's the scoring. Time to make a team. The stream is buffering. Uh-oh. There is quite a lot of people home today. Hopefully that's not a thing. Mine looks fine on my screen. I don't know. Anybody else having trouble with the stream? Alright, let's make a team. So here it would be Wrath. And what's the restriction? It is Blackhawk. We'll do base rarity. Is that weapons too? It is, but guess what's here? The ruby weapon. Isn't that crazy? We get a kingdom restriction, which means our weapons are restricted by the kingdom too, but Blackhawk, the ruby weapons from Blackhawk. So that's going to be a really good option because we hit all enemies with true damage. The metal is giving us extra spell damage, so the best option is to hit everything with spell damage, and this might be the best way to go. But let's see if there's any really good troops. Got Cantor that hits multiple enemies, but not all. This one hits all enemies, so if you don't have Ruby Weapon, maybe do Dread Captain Grimm. Megavore technically hits all enemies, but it just strips their armor and then hits one enemy, so that's not the same thing. But it could be good for its death below. Sycorax, not a damage dealer, but could be on the team. Another one that's not, it's more of a mana generator. This one's single target, we don't want that. Captain Saltclaw might be a good idea for some people that are lower level, that don't have Ruby Weapon or Dread Captain Grimm. He will hit 4 enemies most of the time. He deals heavy splash damage to 2 random enemies. So that potentially could hit all the enemies. And from there, yeah, that looks like the options, I would say. Shocktopus is pretty good if you can get the enemy team to have all the same color. That could be our super low level team, maybe. Ship Cannon hits 3 enemies. Rat Swarm does scatter damage, so you might have if you're very, very low level, like maybe these two together or something, but hopefully you have something better than that, like Shocktopus at least. So I'm sure some of the enemies will be the same colors, and it's the same thing as hitting 2 or 3 enemies. But yeah, I think for the high level team, I gotta do the Ruby Weapon. I could do Dread Crapton. I always call him Crapton. Dread Crapton Grimm. Because there's R's in like Dread and Grimm. So it makes you want to say Dread Crapton, doesn't it? Dread Crapton Grimm. And he's kind of crappy too, so it goes good with it. Jets is here. So if I do Ruby Weapon for my high level, my mid level would be Captain Saltclaw. Okay, so I can still do Ruby Weapon. I think I'm going to. But if you don't have it, do Dread Crapton. Dread Crapton is the same colors too, so you don't want to do both of them. We got the Ruby Weapon, now we need some sort of mana generation, and maybe some backup. So, looks like Megavore's the same colors too. Could put Captain Saltclaw on there just to help, maybe. He uses purple. I don't want to do Cantor, I don't want to do this. Megavore maybe, if he's like the last thing on our team. Sycorax maybe. They share blue and brown. Maybe Sycorax, maybe Captain Saltclaw, maybe. Maybe Captain Macaw because of the 50% start for rogues. Sycorax isn't a rogue, though. We got some empowered converters, blue to red. Green to blue. Blue to red, green to blue. Do we got anything else that's a good mana generator? That's what else I want to figure out right now. I got my damage dealer. I need to figure out my mana generation, and then we'll fill in the blanks from there. Looks like it's going to have to be an empowered converter. I thinking Scurvy would be easier to do here. Maybe we can do a green storm and then change it to blue or something. Because changing blue to red is a little bit harder sometimes. Let's just type in empower so we make sure we have all the empowered troops. Yep, it's just these two. So I think Scurvy is easier to do. Start with him. Unless maybe we do Corsair and then we have like a blue storm or something, but that would help him too. So I think Scurvy might be the best way to go. So Ruby Weapon and Scurvy is a good start. Let's clear filter. And, I don't know, maybe Sycorax? Is our other mana generator? He's only blocking the... Well, he would be blocking on 2 colors. That's what sucks. Do we really want Sycorax in first slot blocking on 2 colors with 25 mana cost? Maybe later. I might do 2 empowered converters, honestly. What else you gonna do? Captain Saltclaw maybe can be our backup damage dealer. Alright, what else, man? Not Cantor, not Dread Crafton. Megavore would be if you're doing like extra turns. We're not really doing that too much. I guess Scurvy. Kraken, no. Captain McCall to 50% start this guy. Or if we make our whole team. Let's see what happens if we make our team Corsair. Is there even a blue storm here? I don't think there is. Got Submerge. Blue mana. Nope. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to do Corsair, but I kind of want to do... Weirdly, I want to do Archer, even though we don't use green, so I can then turn it to blue with Scurvy Sea Dog. Kind of stupid, though. I don't know. Maybe we should do Corsair. Extra blue. I think I will. Equip that. Let's go look at it. We're going to gain 2 bonus blue mana when matching blue gems. I think I'll go with Hunter's Mark because we're in first slot. Immunity to Frozen. Okay. That's fine. Okay. Yes, more blue. Look, gain bonus blue mana from blue gem matches. We got blue on top of blue, then we'll probably do a blue banner, which is like match blue and get up our weapon, you know what I mean? And we're 50% started by Captain McCall. Something like this. The Ruby Weapon's mostly going to be just killing everything in one shot, and we won't need anything else on the rest of the team. But if we get deeper and we need backup damage, we got Captain Saltclaw. Captain McCall will 50% start Captain Saltclaw and our hero. And then Scurvy Sea Dog is going to hopefully turn green to blue. Hopefully. So with our banner... Should I go all in on blue, or should I do a different color, like red or something? Like, we already have a bunch of blue. Can it get any better than it already is? I don't know. Should probably do blue-red, though. And we're not using green at all. Blue-red minus green sunken banner. I think this is probably the best you could do. A Ruby Weapon. True damage, so we're using a metal that is upping our spell damage by like significantly, and then we're skipping their whole armor and only hitting their HP, so that pretty much gives us twice as much spell damage too. So we got twice as much spell damage just via doing true damage, and then we got a metal that's giving us like 100% extra spell damage on top of that, so this thing should one-shot for quite a while. Especially as you go through the week and you're collecting rewards and you're getting more medals and getting more badges and getting stronger, you should continue to one-shot throughout the week, unless you're trying to do it all today or something. Like, I think this is good. So this will be my high-level team. And high level in like that the Ruby Weapon is being used, because nothing is mythic on this team otherwise. So it's really our high mid, but I'll do a different team for mid. And let's run it. Okay, yes, equip. I would like to put on my Medal of Strife and 2 Nishas. Let's go. Good morning, Funky Town, Texas. Curing Shark says, working an hour early today, so haven't even looked at the game. Been lurking. Did I miss anything exciting? It's Guild Wars week. Pretty exciting. Got green gems to blue, so we want to look at that first. I don't see it, so let's match this. Green gems to blue. I mean, if we don't have any blue matches, we could just do that. We got this. Alright, we got it. Bang. First turn. Killed them all. Instead of helicoptering out of bed to log into gyms, I had to work. Almost overslept. Dang. Alright, we got Chief Stronghorn, we got Wrath. So I think there is a strat where you like pick the same one. I don't know if it... So I like Wrath better than Chief Stronghorn, so I'll pick Wrath. Even though Chief Stronghorn's weaker. I should have probably fought him. Yeah, I might switch to Chief Stronghorn after this. Because he's like weaker. And if we're gonna be fighting... If I'm gonna be choosing between Wrath and Chief Stronghorn, I'd rather fight Chief Stronghorn all day. But he's the only one here now, so we just fought both of them once. Alright, so we're hoping our weapon just gets up pretty quick, or if it doesn't, we have alignment. And look, we have alignment right here. Now it's up, and we win. It's kind of looking around at the landscape of Gems of War as far as like on YouTube. And man, people are really not doing much anymore, are they? Like 2 a week, maybe? Most channels are doing like 2 videos a week or so. 2 or 3. I'm still here, but I'm still doing it. I stream on Monday, Tuesday. I stream on Friday, Saturday. I'm putting out extra videos on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. So technically, I'm doing like 7 videos a week still. At this point, right this moment. I think there was a time where I was doing 4. But I haven't dipped down to 2 or 3 yet. That's where most people are. Maybe I'm an idiot. There's the scoring if anybody missed it the first time. Alright, we got Megavore. You always want to pick that. But we're going to make a new team. So here it is once again. I'm going to plug it into my collection so I can make a video after I get done streaming if you want to watch a shorter video with just the teams. Which I do include the Underspire on that video. And tomorrow I'll probably include Guild Wars on the little short video. Or make it its own video or something. Or I might... Yeah, probably do that tomorrow. Put out a Guild Wars offense-defense video and a faction video and stream. So I'm going to do like 3 videos tomorrow. 2 today, 3 tomorrow. 5 in 2 days. Let's go. Gems of War. Alright, let's go put that on my collection so I have it for later when I make my video. It's the high-level team. If you don't have Ruby Weapon, just do Dread Crafton. And maybe... So you'd put Dread Crafton in there instead of maybe Captain Saltclaw, and then you could do a mana-generating weapon and just go all in on Dread Crafton. Even though I think Captain Saltclaw would probably be better, but, you know, if you want to do Dread Crafton, you can. Alright, base rarity. Let's make a new team. Oops. I gotta get out of here first. Go back to the event. Got, why is the rum gone? Because I drank it all. Because I Stone Cold Steve Austin smashed it on my forehead and then Waterfall chugged it. That's why. Okay, so for mid-level, we need a weapon that is going to mana generate, probably. What other weapons are here, though? Anything good? Mostly Ruby Weapon. Are we going to still do Corsair, or are we going to do something else? Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Dude, they have, like, no explodey weapons here? Is that true? I don't see any. So you have to use a tool for your tool belt weapon. That's what people were saying. Like, they need... It's a Blackhawk week. Blackhawk week always falls on a World Event week. World Event does not add weapons. Therefore, Blackhawk only has 13 weapons. I guess it's got 14 with this Skull Blade that I don't have. But that's where people were complaining on the forum, and I think it's a legit complaint. Like, why does Blackhawk always fall on the World Event, and then you never get a weapon for it? So we don't have an explodey weapon for Blackhawk. So we have to make ourself Corsair now. So what's our options with the tool for your tool belt weapons? We got Captain's Cutlass. It's purple and brown, and it does red and blue. We got the Pirate Signet. It's purple and brown, and it does blue and red. Come on, dude. Like, the weapons for Blackhawk suck. Like, they're both the same. Alright, so what's the tempering? Got, ooh, a treasure map. Yippity-doo-dah-day. Or a treasure map. Yay. So both weapons suck. So it's like, would you rather... Okay, this one's for Blackhawk allies, and this one is for Rogue allies. So, you know, the restriction is Blackhawk. So I guess we'll do the Signet.
They shall feel my fury.
That in first slot, we'll put Captain Saltclaw there, and then I think I'm just going to double up on him. Go like that. You, like early fights, you might just do one and use like the empowered converter, but this one will last you longer, so I'll show this one with the team code. Alright, banners. Do we need to make our banner any different? We do want to get up our weapon, so I'd say purple. We got purple, brown, red, blue. So we could minus yellow. That looks good. Purple, red, minus yellow. And now we have, like, no blue on the teams, but we have to be Corsair. That sucks. Because of the weapon. So I wonder if we should change our... Is there anything we should change here? Like, the water mastery, we don't need. Could either do 30% chance to dodge skull damage, or 25% chance to summon a hero Nath when an ally casts a spell. I guess dodge right now. Okay. And yeah, that would be the team, I guess. The reason we have to do Corsair is because the weapon, it does blue and red gems for each Blackhawk ally. So if you make your class anything else, you're going to do less blue and red and have less of a chance of getting an extra turn. So whenever I use these type of weapons, they say deal damage to an enemy boosted by a kingdom or a typing or whatever, then create a mix of certain colors for that kingdom or typing. I always do, like, make the whole team that kingdom or typing if I'm going to use this weapon. Otherwise, don't use this weapon, use something else. Alright, so let's go. See how it goes for the mid-level team. Yeah, Ruby was Blackhawk. That was my first team. Let's see what y'all are saying real quick. Funky Town, you're off today? That's good. It is Columbus Day. I don't remember getting off for that, but some people do, like post office and government workers, I think. Tyrion says Mr. T's doing one weekly vid, one weekly stream, and then one stream per Vault weekend and one stream each day of Guild Wars. So he'll be streaming more this week, huh? Wonder what he's getting into otherwise, you know what I mean? Like, he used to stream every day. He was Gems of Warren, like, every day. He was playing other games and streaming those, and like, I wonder what he's getting up to lately, you know what I mean? Like, does he got a job or something? Like, ain't much these days. No explode summon, yeah, no explodey summon weapons. Don't know what the other guy's doing. Yeah, I don't know either. Last I heard, he was, like, chilling, like, taking a break or something, but I don't think he ever really did. But he did cut down, too. Yeah, and I looked at Crisp's channel. He's about the same as Tacit. Yeah, Ruby Weapon is from Blackhawk. I used it on my first team. Bio Blackheart's not bad, you're right. Bronze Lock, maybe. Shocktopus for low level. I think I'm going to do that. Situationally good, you're right. Mr. T plays this game. He pities the fools that don't have ruby weapon. Yeah. Alright, let's do this. Hopefully get an extra turn. We did. Captain Saltclaw for the win. They're mowing the grass, of course, if you all can hear that. Alright, Megavore. Weapons up. Cast the weapon. Extra turn. Cast Saltclaw. Win. Alright, let's do Centurigon this time. Everybody knows the order, like the color order of rarity, right? The cyan color is mythic. You want to look for that first. The goldish orange color is legendary. You're going to look for that if you don't see the cyan color. And then purple is next. That's epic. Let's look for those colors. Nope, no extra turn that time. Most of the time you do, though. Take it up from like a 50% chance to like a 75 to 90% chance by making your whole team from Blackhawk or Rogue. Whatever it is. Alright, one more fight with this team. Chad number 3. Yeah, I don't know, man. I wonder what he's doing. Like, I'm interested in what's up with, like, what's up with this, what he's up to, you know what I mean? We've been streaming and doing channels for 8 years. Yeah. He's been doing it slightly longer, but we've both been doing it for a long time, so kind of curious what he's up to. Alright, Centurigon or Mummikus? Centurigon's worth more, so this is a tricky thing. I didn't know Mummikus was epic, so they're both the same color, but Centurigon is worth more. Just remember that Centurigon's better than Mummikus. Like in the game. Be a mnemonic device or whatever you want to call it. But let's make a new team. Oops. A way to remember. If that's the wrong word for it, a way to remember is what I mean. There is your team. For mid-level, if you don't have Ruby Weapon, you don't have Dread Crafton. And that would be pretty good. I would take that team. I would use that team, especially with a couple of medals. Go to my collection, paste it in for the video afterwards. Alright, now it's low-level time. If you don't have Captain Saltclaw, if you don't have Ruby Weapon, if you don't have Dread Crafton, you're gonna have to do something like this. Can't even use Captain McCall because he's legendary. We're going for an epic and under team. We might have to use the Pirate Signet still, though. We'll see, though. Alright, so epic and under. Got Boatswain Bart. Riding his skateboard and eating his shorts. I wouldn't really pay attention to the enemies and like if their colors were like I don't think either one of these weapons are gonna work for Shocktopus. That sucks. Might have to use Bronze Lock Pistol or something. Looking at some of these troops that I can't remember what they do. Free booty. Deal 60 damage to first enemy or give life. Sharky, scatter damage. Parrot. Night Arrow. Narwhale. Deckhand is butt. Pirate's butt. Hammerhead hits 2 enemies at least, and it's blue. Rat Swarm, Ship Cannon. Might have to do Shocktopus and something else, just in case they aren't all the same color. And like our weapon's not going to get it up. At least this hits Plunder and Peril. Deal damage to random enemies just by gold and enemies gold. That doesn't do any mana generation though. Destroy 5 random gems. Almost like we have to do that. There's nothing else. Like if we do this, It's making blue and red, and Shocktopus is not blue or red. I'm gonna say Bronzelock Pistol, Shocktopus. Ship Cannon and Hammerhead are both brown. Or blue. Dang it. I don't know then. Maybe 2 Shocktopuses. What are we gonna put on the bottom of the team? It's hard for low level. I hope you have Captain Saltclaw or Ruby Weapon or Dread Captain. Could put Ship Cannon in first slot or something. Does have 25% skull. 3 enemies. Gotta be one of these 3 to go with it, or do 2 Shocktopuses. Alright, we got Boatswain Bart, Bonnie Rose, maybe Scurvy again. Might just double up on Shocktopus. Scurvy will get up the Bronzelock Pistol. Hopefully the Bronzelock Pistol helps get up the Shocktopuses. I don't know. At least we don't have to be Corsair this time. I mean, we could be. I think I'd go with Titan with the low-level player. Make sure we have our Rock Solid and Storm Aura. Banner. I think we just gotta go all in on this thing and gotta go all in on the weapon because it's the only thing that's gonna generate mana, and the only other thing that generates mana generates it for the weapon. So it's hard if you're low level for this one, but best I can do, I think. The only other thing I could think of is like the Ship Cannon or the Rat Swarm, but the Rat Swarm's super weak. Like, the metal will help a little bit, but it's still super weak. See what happens. If it's horrible, maybe I'll think of something else. Chad's going back to work. What up, Anita? Thank you for the gifted. Been a member for 25 months. A Puppet Master. Went to Joyous Roamer. Appreciate it. Running out there. We got Skulls. We're probably just going to have to do any kind of damage that we have with this team. Including Skulls. Even though we don't have extra Skull damage for these early fights. That thing's single target too? I forgot that Bronzelock is single target. Alright, we got red and brown. If I had to, I would use this team. I'm glad I don't have to, but if I had to. I like Shocktopus for early game. Just like a roll of the dice, whether the enemies are all the same colors or not. With this one here, we got 2 reds. At least you're killing 2 enemies. We got 2 yellows. We got 2 Shocktopuses. So you get up one, you cast on red. You get up the other, cast on yellow. Just like we don't get to hit all the enemies like we do with the other teams. But we get to hit multiples with true damage. Let's go with red. Kill 2. Do we have this? Green gems to blue. We don't need it right now. Let's do this. Let's do this. And then that. They die eventually. We got some rum. Alright, we got Megavore. This will be a test. No 58 Megavore. 21 watching and only 12 likes. Come on, hit the button. Maybe some people are hate watching. They're hate watching me. There is some people on EverQuest. I put out an EverQuest video the other day, and it was like, there's a couple hate watchers over there. All right, look how the whole enemy team is blue. Watch. They're all dead. So that's nice when it lines up like that with this team. This might be the next best thing after Ruby. If they were all the same color all the time, this might be the next best thing after Ruby Weapon, but they're not always going to all be the same color all the time, so. Alright, let's do one more fight. I'll just have to mention that I couldn't think of anything else for the low-level players. It's as good as it gets. Alright, do we have our conversion? It is green to blue. No, there's not enough green up there. Let's do this. Oh, I just matched colors I don't even use. Good job. Playing it like, I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, green and yellow. We don't have any. Okay, brown. Sure. And we got, no. But the same color. Or not the same color. Alright, yellow and brown. You get there eventually. So that is the world event. Anybody have any questions? If you're high level, use Ruby Weapon or Dread Captain Grim, but not both. If you're mid level, use Captain Saltclaw with Captain McCall and like a mana generating weapon. And if you're low level, I guess Shocktopus, best I could come up with. Bronze Lock Pistol, which you should have. Let's put that over here. And there's the team code one more time if I didn't show it long enough. Went with Titan just for extra, you know, Rock Solid and Brown Storm for the weapon, to get the weapon up. You gotta get that weapon up. Okay, so that was the world event. Must be some hate since a couple left. What's going on? What's the question? Alright, we got, everything else now. The preview for Blackhawk. Taking the helm, new epic troop, Commodore. Oh, I forgot to get it. What if it was good? Hold on. I forgot to get it. What if it's good for the event? Hold on, hold on. Deal damage to an enemy boosted by my gold. Create 3 booty gems. Okay, so it's not good. So I'm almost glad it's not good. Because what if it hit multiple enemies or something? We could have used it. But no, it's not good, so. Have I got my depends yet? My tidy whities. We did. We went to the. We slid it in sideways. We were doing donuts around the gas pumps on Saturday. We like crushed it. We left. We got everything we needed. Beef jerky, like smokes and brewskis and scratchers and tidy whities and fireworks, and we were spraying gasoline all over the place. And yeah, we're heading to the zoo. That's what's on the itinerary. The hobo zoo, the broke down zoo. The theme park zoo. Only reason it's a zoo is because there's a train. If you go to the theme park, there's usually a little train that goes through like ride the train at the theme park and maybe see some squirrels or something. That's what we're trying. We're going to that train. Alright. Let's do it. Weekly preview. Taking the helm, new epic troop, Commodore Marika. Get this troop with glory from the word side of the shop. What up, Rain? Got Super X TV. Your old new account playthrough helped me a lot. I got to the point that goblins are not that good anymore. I can't build Rowan team because I don't have Leprechaun. Yeah, you can get Trickster from the Underworld. You should be pretty close to doing the Underworld if you got Rowan. So go down to the Underworld and do your City of Thieves 3 times a day, every day on level 20. You can just do Golden Call, Rowan, you know, Clockwork Sphinx, and then go to the Warrens, open some portals, and you'll get Trickster. Trickster's like the lowest rarity thing there. It's going to happen. So plug Trickster in wherever you see me do Leprechaun. It's almost the same thing. It's a 75% start instead of Empowered. It's the only difference. Leprechaun's better, but Trickster is a nice like little Temu-ish.com replacement for Leprechaun until you can get it. Because I know it's like kind of random and RNG based, but Trickster is not. You can go get that right away. That's why the new account playthrough accounts for everything. I don't know if I mentioned it on that one, but I have since mentioned it, that if you can't get Leprechaun, go get Trickster. It's the same colors, does the same thing. The only difference is 75% start instead of, empowered. So use Trickster till you get Leprechaun. Fully traded, yeah, so it can have the Swift. 75% start. Yeah, it's traded. You're almost right. It's Traited. Yep. Alright, why is the rum gone? Experience a new world event with your guildmates. Play world event battles every day to unlock rewards. We just did that. We made 3 teams. I'll also make a video after the stream. That's shorter. Incoming Guild Wars. A new Guild War is coming soon. Don't forget to set your keep's defenses. I think it's a Gulvania restriction. We'll go over that tomorrow. Axe of the Horde is for 41 more days, so the campaign is going on for another 41 days. We got Week of Blackhawk. All Blackhawk troops gain 10% of skills. Week of Rogue. All rogues gain 10% of their skills. And bonus gold, use Commodore Marika in PvP and Explore to gain 400 gold. Let's check out that Soul Forge. I'm going to do another new account playthrough soon, Super X TV. And, pretty soon. But maybe not soon enough to help you, but I would say in the next month or so. I'm going to do another one. Yeah, sounds like you're doing a good job. And with your English, too. Alright. The Soul Forge is right here. Let's see what's in here. I have no idea. Let's find the dragon first, get that out of the way. It's Eclipse Sauce. It is a Stellarix dragon, so if you have every other dragon except for the brown one, you would craft it and start making Stellarix. Quit opening random eggs. You got 5 out of the 6. Go save up 2,000 and get Eclipse Sauce. Or you probably should already have 2,000 saved up if you're going to craft it, I guess. But that's the strat. You get 5 out of the 6, 4 out of the 6 randomly, and then you save up for the other 1 or 2. Quit making it random at some point. Alright, the mythics are... Got Aravatar. Tiamata. Astral Mother. And Elma Grimm. They're all so mid. It looks like a big skip this week. Nothing's horrible, but they're all kind of mid. Elma Grimm used to be good back in the day, but you know how many dragons they've added since Elma Grimm was good? It's so many, and it's not as good anymore. But it's not bad either. It's like mid. Let's say C+, B-, something like that. Astral Mother, I do use it occasionally, but it is pretty weak. It's kind of weak, but we did use it on Divinian Fields week. I know other people are using other things, but I don't know. I usually use her during like Divinian Fields or Centaur. But I'm not saying she's good. She's just something I use occasionally. I don't use Elma Grimm at all, but I do use Astral Mother occasionally. Tiamata I don't really use. It's kind of the same thing as Elma Grimm. Not really. It's newer, but there's just too many other great dragons out there to be using Tiamata. Not bad either, though. And then Aravatar is probably the worst one here. Yeah, so that'd be in last place. If any of them are bad, it would be this one. So, I would say, it's tough. Is Tiamata better than Astral Mother? It has pretty much no good traits. I guess the top 2 are okay. 3 times 4 wild cards, that's not really enough to count on or anything. Like, it could backfire. You could hit all enemies weakly and then backfire and give the enemy team a bunch of mana. Same thing, though, with Elma Grimm. You could cast it. You could not loop and then give the enemy a bunch of purple. And it also doesn't have any good... Mother is like... I'm gonna say it's... I don't know if I'm gonna... It's maybe not the best, but, you know, you should craft nothing. You should really craft nothing. Astral Mother, Elma Grimm, and Tiamata are very close. They're all mid. You shouldn't craft them. But 24 green, yellow, purple, Divinian Fields, Divine Centaur, remove all gems of a chosen color, deal true scatter damage boosted by gems removed. 40% chance to give Reflect to a random ally when my turn begins, and Impervious. Got Tiamata, 20 green, red, yellow, Dragon's Claw, Elemental Dragon. Deal damage to all enemies, and then create 3 times 4 wild cards. Has a 25% chance to create a times 2 wild card when matching 4 or more gems, and 30% skull reduction. Elamagrim, 25 red, purple, brown, Dragon's Claw, Demon Dragon. Deal damage to all enemies, create 9 purple gems boosted by burning enemies. You can only get that up to 13 because you can only burn 4 enemies. And 13 is like the number right before like stuff starts to loop, kind of. I like to see 14 and up. And then we got a Ravatar who is not good. 22 green, purple, brown, Pride Lands, Divine Wildfolk. Deal true damage to an enemy boosted by my life. If the enemy dies, explode all Deathmark gems. Create 2 yellow gems. Convert 2 yellow gems to Deathmark gems when my turn begins. He's poop. He looks really cool, though. I like elephants. He's a cool-looking elephant. The troop art is sick, but the troop is not good. The spell is not good. The traits are not good. So that's the order this week. Nothing really gets first place, but a Ravatar does get last place. Alright, legendaries. We got Bunny Nog, Queen Jezebel, Nimue, and the Flesh Horror. I'm going to say I like Nimue the best out of those, but none of them, once again, are good enough to craft, of course. With legendaries, you only craft Tesla and Emberclaw, and then you leave the rest to keys. But 18 green, purple, Merlantis, Merfolk Mystic, transform yellow gems to skulls and red gems to purple, silence the 2 strongest enemies. I'd say Nimue is the best legendary. Queen Jezebel's okay. And Flesh Horror's okay too. But nothing too crazy. He deals damage to the first enemy equal to the allies' attack, then gives attack and armor to them. Give 3d8 mana to all other allies other than myself. And Flesh Horror does eliminate all armor from an enemy, then deal damage to them and all enemies below them. So it could be used for like a hit all enemies type of thing. And the worst one was what? Bunny Nog? Deal damage to an enemy. If the enemy is a knight, deal double damage, and there's a 50% chance to devour knights. We had some pretty, like, Ravatar is bad and Bunny Nog is bad, and then everything else we had was kind of mid. So that's the Soul Forge. You should save up, skip, don't craft anything. Weapons, though, what do we got here? Some of the same stuff we had in the World event, probably. This isn't good. Of course, can't get Ruby Weapon. You have to, like, make all the other... You have to get all the other weapons first and then do the Captain Planet thing, so... This is not good. This is not good. These are always here. This is the one we used for the event, if you need one. This is not good. This is the other one we would have used if we didn't have the Pirate Signet. They're pretty close. Pretty much the same thing. Not good. It's a pretty crappy week for the Soul Forge. There's really nothing to jump for joy about. Yeah. Nothing there. Soul Forge is a big skip. I can't even... There's nothing I would recommend at all, for real. Like, what are you going to craft? You going to craft Tiamata? You going to craft Pirate Signet? I guess the only thing would be if you have no weapons for Blackhawk and you need a weapon for this week. Then I guess craft Pirate's Signet or the Captain's Cutlass. But that's it. Save up otherwise. Nothing is worth it. Don't get it. Alright, so that's that. Did the Soul Forge. Let's do the shop. Grab your spoils of war. We got Commodore Marika. 13 blue, purple, Blackhawk, human, rogue. Deal damage to an enemy boosted by my gold. Create 3 booty gems. Gain bonus blue mana from blue gem matches. Gain 2 bonus gold on 4 or 5 gem matches. Not very good. Has Arcane Spirit trait stones, though. It's a little place you can get extra trait stones, especially as a beginner or mid-game player. Like, once you get to the end game, you're probably not doing this, but it's a thing that you don't really think about until somebody tells you about it. Like, hey, go check out all your blue, purple legendaries and epics and maybe even mythics and see if you have anything that you might want to fully trait that you haven't been able to fully trait yet. What else are you using your glory on? You know, you also get gold keys and glory keys and gold from this and minor trait stones. So really good purchase here for somebody that needs to fully trait a blue-purple troop. So let's go look at that like real fast. I know most people don't care. You go here, you do blue, purple, all colors, base rarity, and then look for stuff that has great, awesome traits. Like, I think King of Ravens kind of really, to make him awesome, needs his third trait. Mist Mother, people love this. Mother's Wrath, Fairy Fire, all enemies matching 4 or more gems. The Possessed King with the Unstable Possession. The Raza with the Unstable Mind. Scylla with the Deadly Waters. Triton with the 50% start for Merfolk. So yeah, make sure you have all those fully traded before you leave this week, I would say. And then you got Empowered Converters down here that you should do. Anyway. Alright, event key drop table. Let's not forget it this time. We got Blackhawk. So if you're using event keys this week, you're only going to get Blackhawk troops from it. You're not going to get random mythics. You're going to get only Blackhawk mythics and only Blackhawk troops. So don't use your event keys unless you're looking for Blackhawk troops. And you save your event keys for other kingdom weeks where you narrow it down so you can get awesome troops from certain kingdoms. So you don't really want to be using them unless it's oh, I've been waiting for Adana. It's Adana week. I've been saving all my event keys for this week. You know? Something like that. You don't willy-nilly your event keys. You save up for certain kingdoms. Let's go check out Blackhawk, though. Is Blackhawk worth it? Base rarity. Whoops. Blackhawk. This is everything you can get from event keys this week. You got Cantor, which isn't that good. You got Dread Crafton Grim, which isn't that good. Megavor's pretty good. I like Megavore. Eliminate all armor from all enemies and then deal true damage to one enemy. Submerge yourself and then have an 8% chance to kill the last enemy in 4 or 5 gym matches with Impervious. Did it make our top 20? Do you guys remember? I think it was close. Oh, the Summoning Stone, sorry. Alright, let's catch up in the chat here. Super X says, I'm at part 9 of your new account playthrough and have notepad full of notes. Nice. Just open Soulforge and leveling up by killing enemies. Good job. I don't know if Elamagrim is a she. I guess I just made that up. Super X says, I read somewhere that Leprechaun can be crafted there. Yeah, and the Summoning Stones? Maybe. Astral MFer. Super X says, that is my issue with Mountain Crusher I just got. I usually give turn to enemy and 4 link many times. Mr. Z says, I'm getting the stupid elephant just because I don't have it. It pains me, though. Yeah, once you get to end game, you kind of just fill in the blanks. So it doesn't really matter what I'm saying. Like Mr. Z probably has the other 3, and the only one he's missing is a Ravitar, and he already has all the top 20s and all the top 30s and all that. So eventually, yeah, you use the Soulforge to get the troops that you missed or don't have. But when I'm talking about the Soulforge, I'm talking about, okay, I've been saving up my diamonds, and I don't really have that many mythics, and I want to get the best ones that I can with my diamonds. So, yeah, I did that too. I would get if I didn't have a Ravitar right now, I would get it. But if I was a beginner or a mid-game player or early in-game player, and I'm still waiting for the good ones, I would skip it, even if I didn't have it. You got to do that. And so, if you don't have Ironhawk and High King Irongut and Arachnian Weaver and Ferrocafru and Takshaka and all those really, really good ones, you gotta skip a Ravitar. But if you already have all those, and a Ravitar is like one of very few that you're missing, of course you would craft a Ravitar. When's the next Nomapalooza? I think it's next weekend. So we got Guild Wars this weekend, and Vault is the weekend after this one. It's getting colder outside. It's time to put the shorts away. Odd one out. 2 weeks? Yeah. Pretty sure it's not this weekend, but next. Alright, so Megavore is pretty good. Sycorax is one of my favorites, but also not, top tier. So you got two here. You got one that potentially could be in the top 20, and then you got one that's one of my favorites that I might put in the bottom of the top 20, but probably really realistically shouldn't be in the top 20. So they're good. They're like A tier. A minus, maybe. Okay, and then you got Blackheart. You can't get this one. Captain McCall's 50% start for rogues. Captain Saltclaw's pretty good when you don't have other things. Kraken used to be good, but no longer. Scylla has a Bone Storm, which is fun sometimes. Then you got pretty much nothing after that. A couple empowered converters. You got Shocktopus. So it's not like the worst one ever, but it's also not the best one ever. So I would say continue saving. You got a 50-50 chance of getting a decent mythic, but it's not neither one of these are top 10 mythics. And I would say save your event keys for top 10 mythics, not even top 20. Like save for top 10s. And neither one of these are top 10s. Even though there's two decent ones here, and it's kind of with some kingdoms, it's like they don't have a top 10, but they got 3 top 20s, and then you would want to throw keys. But I don't know, it's not the worst one ever, but what if you get Cantor and Kraken or something? Like, you just wasted your event keys. When there's things out there like Adana with all kinds of good stuff, or Zalkari or Zajin, or going after Takshaka or Pharaoh Khafru. There's so many other places you could use your event keys. It's really hard to get them back, so you gotta like be very patient and save them up, and not throw event keys for Megavore and Sycorax. Get Megavore and Sycorax with diamonds or other keys, not event keys. Alright, so that was the world event, the Soul Forge, the shop, the event key drop table, all the summoning stones. Okay. Alright, so let's see what's in here. I don't like using my jewels for troops, only unless they're like super good for, you know, you see an angry mob or a Bork or a leprechaun here. That's about it. Marilith maybe, something like that. It has to be really good. We got Serpent, Southrender, Merchant Prince, Princess Kia. We got Princess Fizzbang, Clockwork Knight, Book of Secrets, Kopeshi. I guess if you're super impatient and you want a better goblin, you could do Princess Fizzbang. Got Glade Warden, Kutani, Mechamare, Urali the Guardian, Mortera, Outrider, Direboar, and Reaver. That's a big nope. And that's unfortunate because green is one that Leprechaun could be in. Leprechaun is green and purple, so he's going to be in either green Summoning Stone or purple Summoning Stone. Alright, we got Hellstone Gate, Valpurus, Bonehound, Raven, Rock Demon, Dragonian Sage, Armored Borlet, and Warhawk. So even if you don't have, like, let's say you had none of these, you would still not want to do this, because you can get these troops easily with keys. Gold keys, glory keys, you're opening all your keys right now, so why waste jewels on these troops when you're going to easily get them with keys? And none of these are good anyway, so who cares? Like, oh, I don't have that one, I better click on it and get it. No. If a toilet comes to your door, doesn't mean you buy a toilet seat. Just because someone's selling it. Just because Valpurus is here and you don't have it, doesn't mean you get it. You know? You don't need it, why are you getting it? Just because you can afford it? No, don't do that. You gotta save up for something else that's better. We got Chupacabra, Bulette, Axolotl, Lord Ironbeard, Rock, Crystallinix, Spectral Colossus, and Mortlick Stoutbeard. None of those are good. Thrall is good. Thrall is good. It's not as good super early game that it is like mid and late game because it's based on your magic, but Thrall is a good one that I would say maybe to get. Timberwolf is good too. I really like Timberwolf. So purple's the place to be. If you're going to waste jewels, go waste them on Thrall and Timberwolf maybe, or at least Thrall. But once again, remember, like Thrall is way more impressive later in the game when you have more magic. He destroys gems based on your magic. So if you only have like 20 magic, he's only going to do like 24 gems or something. But eventually he becomes super awesome. But yeah, I guess if you don't... Thrall's easy to get though, like keys. So, I don't know. It's like a conundrum. He does have pepperoni nipples. Timberwolf is cool. And it's also an epic. Put it in first slot. I like Timberwolf, but it's kind of like how I like Sycorax. Like, it's probably not as good as... You know, it's kind of a little bit of bias. I don't know why I like Timberwolf, but I do. Solid. Alright, Fortress Gate, Tigraki Warrior, Watcher, Forsaken Guardian, Game Warden, Ice Wrath, Urska. The only thing maybe Tigraki for bounty. I just feel like you should get it with keys by the time there's a bounty that you're actually gonna need Tigraki. Yeah, summoning stones weren't too bad. You got Tigraki, you got Thrall, you got Timberwolf. And you got Princess Fizzbang, maybe. Those were the good ones. Thrall would be my favorite, though. But you'll be unimpressed, I'm telling you. You. As a beginner, you're going to cast it, it's going to... Like, as an in-game player with Thrall, it destroys the entire board and it fills everything on your team. But as a beginner, it might not be as impressive, but still really good troop. Pepperoni nips, baby. Thrall is the GOAT later, yep. You want a new toilet seat, one that's cushioned and maybe, like, heated? We need a bigger boat. Kraken used to be good, you're right. And we all used to use it back in the day. With Justice? Wasn't it with Justice, Tyrion? It was like Courage and Bone Dragon, and then it was like Justice and Kraken, right? Or was it Justice Queen Mab? I might be thinking about the wrong thing. Back in the day, it was like Courage and Justice and Queen Mab and Kraken and Bone Dragon. That's the stuff we used to use back in the day. Weird, huh? Like, we don't use any of that these days. But that's how the game goes. You, like, used to do this, but now we don't. We used to use these troops, but now we don't. Because stuff keeps coming into the game. Like, orbs come into the game, so now you don't gotta farm as much. Or Christinek, or, whatever her name, Stellarix comes in the game, or Ruby Weapon comes in the game. Now you don't use other stuff, because those are way better type stuff. Alright, what else is going on this week? It's a Blackhawk week, so you got Blackhawk Underspire, Epic Trials, Weapons in the Soul Forge, Glory Shop Troop, all that good stuff. Tuesday, what's Blackhawk's faction? It's on the tip of my tongue. The Blackheart. Blackhawk is the Blackheart. So on Tuesday, we're gonna have the Blackheart faction event. On Wednesday, the pet is Bonnie Rose's Parrot, I think it's called. We can look. Hold on. Go to Pets. Go to Blackhawk. And it's right... maybe I was wrong. What's the name of it? Is it that one? Some sort of parrot. Might not be this one, but it's a parrot. I know that. Thursday is Corsair class event, because that's Blackhawk's class. And then this weekend, starting on Thursday, we have Guild Wars. So before Thursday, you're going to want to set your defend. And then Thursday is when your offensive stuff starts. So don't forget, Tuesday or Wednesday, set your defend. And then Thursday, don't forget to do your fights. Because Thursday, it's a weird time to start a weekend event on a Thursday. So we've had enough of them now that you shouldn't be missing it. But I did miss, like, setting my defense the first couple of times. Rose's Parrot, okay. Yeah, that's it. Haven't used Taragaki in years, me either. At least a year or two. He's great for bounty. Yeah, the new bounty rush, like, took Tagaraki away, kind of thing. It's like when, oh man, there's a good comparison there. It's an empowered converter. Child of Summer, it's like when Child of Summer came in, kinda. When Child of Summer came in and it made that other troop, like, insignificant, like, not worth using. It's kind of like when Chrysanthrax came in and it made Stellarix. Or when Stellarix came in and made Diamantina. That's kind of how the new strat for Bounty took out Tigraki a little bit. Mab and Justice and Kraken, yeah. Taipan, there you go, Rain. It's on the I was gonna call it like TNE or something, but Taipan, yep. Child of Summer came in, made Taipan pretty much useless. When our new bounty strategy came in, now we don't use Tigraki anymore. It's almost the same. I don't know. Alright, so that's what's going on this week. Remember Guild Wars, kinda, basically. One thing you could forget is Guild Wars, so remember to set your defense before Thursday. Remember to have your offensive going on Thursday and do your fights on Thursday. It starts on Thursday. It's a Golvania restriction. We'll go over it tomorrow. So, now we got the Underspire, unless I forgot something. I did forget something last Monday, so make sure, help me out. What are we gonna do here? Yeah, Taipan and Yao Gui, yup. Queen Titania. That was a great team. It was like, what was it, like Flamifer maybe? Something like that. It's like Flamifer, Yao Gui, Queen Titania, Taipan, or something like that. It's close to that. Alright, you know when it is a world event, you can normally, with the Underspire, do the same exact thing. Let's copy this. Let's see if it works. Really don't need an Underspire video this week. I think it's the same exact restriction, right? Yep, I can just paste in my team. There's nothing really different here, right? It's all the same. All the same, no difference. So just take your world event team and bring it over to the Underspire. Of course, Underspire is going to be a little bit harder than the world event. The world event, you have Explode Potion, Enchant Potion, a Medal. But you're going to use the same exact team, most likely. I'll just show each one of them one time here. Free Lantern. So here's your high-level team for the Underspire. Same thing as the world event. We can go out, grab our mid. Probably don't even need to be doing this, but it is what it is. I'm already doing it. Paste it in, just to show that they all work, I guess. I should take my world event medal off, though, for this. Remember that your world event medal only works in the world event. It does not work here. Alright, we got no Empower Converter now. So we want brown and purple. Okay, she couldn't get up yet. Might as well kill something. Brown and purple, come on. There we go. No extra turn. There is your mid. If you don't have Ruby Weapon, you're going to have to do something like this, and it might be pretty hard if you have to do this. There's no Explodey Weapon for a summon. Be kind of tough. You might have to use some talismans or whatever they're called. Trinkets. And the low-level team, which I don't normally show for Underspire, but since it's easy copy-paste, we'll see how it does. Whoops, almost did a lantern. Low level, so you don't have Captain Saltclaw or Ruby Weapon, but you want to do some fights in the Underspire, which would be very admirable. Put it in the comments if you do that this week. Go to the first boss, go to the second boss, use your free lantern, your free torches. You know, why not? If you have time. We do have this, but we don't need it. Once Bronze Lock Pistol is up, we don't need that. Oh, got this. And are they the same color? They're all yellow. It would be tough to use this team too. If you don't have Ruby Weapon this week for Underspire, it's going to be tough, most likely. I mean, you could probably do something. You might be able to do like Sycorax Megavore thing or something like that, but jeez. Could be tough. The lower level you are, the tougher, obviously. For this week, at least. I would not want to be using this. I could do it for a challenge, though. I've done that before. If you guys have never seen, like, in the past, I would use my low-level team for Underspire and go all the way to the 7th boss and still win. So it would be a nice challenge to use. Like, if anybody out there wants a Gems of War challenge, you know, use this team on the Underspire and see if you can get to the 7th boss. Be a little bit of a waste of time, but sometimes it's fun to challenge yourself, so. Still get the same rewards, so just take a little longer, be a little harder. Anybody out there thinks they're good at Gems of War, copy this team, paste it in your Underspire, and see if you can get to the 7th boss with this team. That'll be my challenge to you. It's not just random troops, it's an actual team. It's just like the low-level team, so it's doable, I think. Just tough. Get to that 7th boss, that Diamantina's hitting you with, or that Ruby Wrath is hitting you, like, dang. Be tough. Alright, only thing left is Epic Trials. After that, I might just play the game normal. We could take a sneak peek at Guild Wars if you want, since you've been here this long and you're hanging out. We could take a sneak peek, but we'll really do it tomorrow. But Epic Trials, just to finish off the weekly preview. This one's really easy. I think everybody should have this one done. Captain McCall is going to instant kill everything on their team, and guess what? Remember this too? Like, the enemy team submerges itself. Like earlier I was saying you might have to shoot the enemy twice with Captain McCall. So he deals damage to an enemy. If they are submerged, kill them, otherwise submerge them. So even if they weren't submerging themselves, you could shoot him twice and kill them. No matter how much stats they have. As long as they can be submerged. But what the cool thing is, like, these enemies submerge themselves, a lot of them. Gain gold, submerge myself. So he's saying, kill me, kill me, kill me, please kill me. Dragon Turtle. Then submerge myself. Kill me, please kill me. Narwhale. Then submerge myself. Kill me, please, do it. That's what he's saying. The only one that doesn't do that is Bonnie Rose. So it's like they're pretty much giving you the win. All the enemies submerge themselves, and if you hit them with Captain McCall, you instant kill them. Just wait till they're submerged. That's all you have to do. This one's so easy. If you don't have it done, you should just do it this week. They're going to give you Captain McCall whether you have it or not to do the fights. And then his spell is the thing that does the instant kill. You don't even need to have them traded or anything. So everybody should have this one all the way done, I would say. But let's run it just to show you. They're going to be submerging themselves. They're pretty much wrapping the rope around their own neck and kicking out the chair. Alright, let's get up, we'll just concentrate on getting him up, mostly. But we do have to wait till they submerge themselves. So we, like, get him up, cast him on Bonnie Rose, kill Bonnie Rose while they submerge themselves over there. Got this, it's blue to red, which we don't have right now. If there's any blue or red, I'll take it. I don't have any, so I guess we'll just take this yellow.
Mana surge.
Once again, blue to red, keep looking for it. You never know. Got it right here. Look. Let's get this first. Alright, we got him. Okay, nobody's submerged yet. So, just take these skulls for now. I will cast the ship cannon for now, I guess. Alright, that's submerged. Let's kill it. Boom, dead, see? Alright, now he's got to get him back up. Get back up, Captain McCall. So red and blue. We don't have any.
Mana surge.
I would prioritize getting red and blue, even if you have a spell up. But I don't have any, once again. So we might as well do Shocktopus. We could pick red or blue. They got green, green. They got red, red. So let's pick red so we can get some red. We'll destroy red and get a little bit of red for Captain McCall, you know? All the while doing damage. Red and blue, red and blue. We don't have it again. Okay.
Mana surge.
Come on. Give me some red, give me some blue. Buckle my shoe. Toodaloot. Loot do.
Mana surge.
And we still don't have red and blue. Okay, well, I'll just shoot the ship cannon, I guess. I think you could solo this with Captain McCall. Like, even if you lose troops, it's not that big of a deal. Alright, we got Willie the Anchor submerged. We just need to fill our Captain McCall.
Mana surge.
There we go. Alright, let's get him before he does something. Blue and red, blue and red. Come on. Yeah, I'm gonna get green because that'll fill our dude that might do conversion.
Mana surge.
Oh no, dang it. Forgot I was blocking. To do that I'd have to take purple. Yeah.
Mana surge.
Extra turn. Alright, what is this? Blue to red. We got it.
Mana surge.
Okay. Ooh, he's so close. Come on. We could destroy red or blue and he would get up. So they're both red. Let's do that. Now he's up. They did get a kill. Now he's not submerged. But he's almost dead either way. So let's do this first. We got it. As long as you got your Captain McCall, you're good. And then buy this if you can. You're gonna have to do it one day. You don't have to like do it over and over and over and over. It's something you can get out of the way forever. It's a gem expenditure that you can get out of the way forever. But it will give you a fully ascended pet for Blackhawk, which you're gonna need for Kingdom Power. I mean, if you only have like 1,000 gems to your name, of course you wouldn't do this, but if you have at least 4,000, 3,000, you should probably do it. Get it done. Then you'll never have to spend those gems again. That's what's cool about it. It's not like we have to do this again next Blackhawk or do it again next week or do it again next month. This is done forever once you do it. So it's smart to do. And looks like Day of the Tentacle, you know? Bernard and Hoagie. Alright, let's look at the, you know, you guys been here, you're hanging out. We had a really good Saturday stream. Anita ran out there today. Let's look at Guild Wars real quick. I don't want to, Sana with the gift at the beginning of the stream. I didn't see that, sorry. I'm dumb. Can AI do trials? Yeah, I think, yeah, we did. At the very beginning of the stream, we ran one, and it did win. But it was on the easiest epic trial fight. I always think it's worth trying. Like, even if it loses, it's worth like giving it another shot. If you're not playing at all, if you're going out to mow the grass, right? Why not run an epic trial auto battle? If you're leaving to go to the grocery store, why not run an epic trial auto battle? You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason not to for anybody. There's no penalty for losing. You're not sitting there watching it. It's not wasting your time at all. It's kind of, you leave the house and the game is still playing for you, and potentially you're gaining something while you're not even playing. Alright, Sana, see ya. Thank you. Have a good day. Odd One Out says all the good stuff I still don't have. There's so many dragon troops. Rain says my team was Sky Hero, Yao Gui, Taipan. Yeah, Sky Hero is a good one. Alright. So, the Guild Wars is going to be Galvania restriction. We're going to go over this tomorrow. Just real quick. I'll just look at it real fast. For you guys that are here. I should put it in members only. Just kidding. Alright, these are the Galvania troops. The Grey King is the one that stands out the most to me. He's a good PvP troop. He's a good Guild Wars troop. You should probably have him on your team. He can really mess up the enemy team, and like anything they're thinking about doing, he can kind of deal with it. As long as you get him up and cast him. The enemy team can still whip your butt if they're getting a really fast start and starting to cast on you before you can do your Grey King. But Grey King and Ghost Queen maybe? The 50% stardom, so he's getting up quicker, so that's not happening. I'd say Grey King and Ghost Queen should be... That'd be a really good start for your team for Guild Wars. Some sort of weapon, of course. Got an Immortal. Morthani's good, too. I like Morthani. And she does use a red, which is different, a little bit different. Morthani would be my pick if I was going to add another damage dealer. Maybe do Grey King in front of her though, because he's more important to get up quicker and cast on the enemy team, and then maybe Morthani's the thing that finishes them off. Something like that. What about the weapon? Is the weapon restricted to Galvania too? It probably is, right? Wow, there's like nothing good here. What's going on? Why does Galvania suck too? There's no explodey weapons in Galvania either? That's crazy. It's like almost like you have to do Acts of Leeching. Trick and Treat maybe, but Trick and Treat does no mana generation. That's the problem. Unless you count like enchanting yourself, it does no mana generation. It'd be good on a defensive team. I think people hear Trick and Treat and they might like put it on their offensive team, but it does no mana generation is the problem. It'll screw up the enemy, and it'll give you all positive stats effects, but does no mana generation. And with Guild Wars, like, it's a race. Like, who can get off the blocks first type of thing. Who can employ their strategy onto the other person first. You don't want to be sitting there waiting to fill Trick and Treat to cast on one enemy. So I don't think Trick and Treat's the answer for offense. Gotta be the Axe of Leeching. That's the only weapon that makes any kind of sense. And then you'd have to make your whole team Galvania. But that's kind of fine, because you can 50% start. You got Ghost Queen. So it's Axe of Leeching, the Grey King, and the Ghost Queen. And then whatever else you have for another, like, damage dealer, maybe, I guess. Something like that. You might get creative and find something else, like, go all in on your Grey King or something, but I think Morthani is like a real good option. I think an Axe of Leeching, Grey King, Morthani, Ghost Queen. What I'm thinking right now, but I'm gonna keep looking at it. What else could you even... Undead Sentinel maybe in first slot as a tank? Maybe? Undead Sentinel, Axe of Leeching, the Grey King, Ghost Queen. Because Ghost Queen does a little bit of damage, and so will the Axe. So maybe you don't need Morthani. If you want to have like a tank up front instead. Potentially. Umberwolf has that purple storm that goes off every turn. That might help. Can transform if it gets hurt. I'm trying to think. Banshee, blue to red. Man, that's about it for real. Like all the troops I just said. The Axe of Leeching is pretty much the only weapon. The best troops are the Grey King, Morthani. You know, Draculus and Crimson Bat are good too. So if you for some reason don't have the Great King or Morthani, like you could still do like an Axe of Leeching, Crimson Bat, Draculus, Ghost Queen or something, and hope that you just do enough damage to kill the enemy before they kill you. But even maybe the Grey King with Draculus, because Draculus uses green and red, and it's only sharing blue. What does the axe do? Like what colors? Does red and purple. So, yeah, either Grey King and Draculus or Morthani and Grey King. Crimson Bat could be thrown in there if you don't have like 2 mythics. And the only other things I could even like smash in there and, you know, like maybe the Undead Sentinel, maybe Umberwolf, if you're just missing a bunch of that stuff and you want to keep looking at Banshee. But Banshee, like, if it was empowered or something, it would be cool, but I think I'm thinking of Siren when I look at Banshee. That's really it. I mean, what else can you do? There's a Mortal Gemini. Probably depends how leveled up it is. And then all it's really doing, it's kind of doing a more Thani thing, not a Grey King thing. The Gemini is just not good enough, probably. Thornaressa. It's a dragon, but nothing really that goes good with it here. It's like a loner in this kingdom. There's no 50% start for elemental or dragon here. There's no other dragons. It's like by itself, so it's not like you'd build a team around Thornaressa for the Guild Wars. Crimson Bat's okay. Ghost Queen, I think, like, everything's going to be undead, so she might want to be on, like, 50% start. And she does true damage and steals mana. So that's good for Guild Wars. You can target something that's about to cast, hit it, steal its mana, hit it with true damage. And it's 50% starting the Grey King and, like, your whole team. Like, I think the Ghost Queen should be on your team. Well, yeah, that's Guild Wars. I probably went too far into it, but Grey King, Ghost Queen, Axe of Leeching, and then something else. I don't know. What do you guys think? This week I promised myself I won't spend all my keys in desperation to complete Kingdom of the Week when just missing the mythics. Yeah, good job. It's like you gotta save up at some point, you know what I mean? Like, if you want to get all the good troops in the game, you have to save event keys and diamonds and stuff like that to be able to get the good troops. If you keep spending your event keys every week, you're never going to have enough when a good kingdom comes through. If you keep spending your diamonds every Soul Forge, you're not going to have enough diamonds when something good comes through. So you got to skip the worst one, like the bad ones, to get the good ones. At some point, you have to skip the bad ones and even the mid ones to get the good ones. Like, the more patient you are, the more likely you are to get something good. If you're skipping at least the bad ones, you're kind of patient. If you skip everything except for the top 20s, then you're really patient. And if you skip everything except for Ironhawk or something, then you're super patient. Like, that's awesome. The more patient you are, the quicker you'll get the good troops. And then those good troops will make your whole account better, your whole game better. Like, having Ironhawk, triple Ironhawk is going to make your whole account better. Having triple Cafru and Chrysantherax will make your whole team, your whole account better. You know what I mean? Like, even, like, when Dude Sickle gets his Leprechaun, like, that'll help his whole account. Getting the Mirashi Queen or Queen Beatrix helps your whole account, but stuff like random mythics, you have to really, like, save up diamonds and event keys, because you're not going to give yourself a better chance somehow, random, with RNG. Like, the only way to do that is with diamonds and event keys, to narrow it down. Instead of it being 1 of 100 mythics that you could get, you turn it into like 1 out of 4 mythics you could get. Isn't that way better? Would you rather have a 1 out of 100 chance to get a certain mythic, or would you rather have a 1 in 4 chance of getting a certain mythic? Or with diamonds, you have a 100% chance to get it. It's just got to pop up in the Soul Forge. Once you get 4,000 diamonds, you might as well have whatever mythic you want, as long as you have patience. You have 4,000 diamonds, you can get any mythic in the game that goes through the Soul Forge. You just have to have patience and save those 4,000 diamonds. You don't even have Ironhawk yet, but you have 4,000 diamonds. Well, then you pretty much have Ironhawk, as long as you have patience. If you keep spending the diamonds, though, you don't have Ironhawk. You have whatever crappy troop you just got, and that's it. But I said I would play for 2 hours today, everybody. We are 1 hour and 33 minutes into the stream, so I guess I'll play the game normally for a little bit. Do need to be playing a little more. Screwed up my stream. I don't know what I did. But anyway, let's play the game normally now. This is Cinecool, how Cinecool would play the game. Let's take this medal off, because we're not doing that right now. I play the game, I get rid of all my blinkies, right? And then I look at my XP booster. Win 5 PvP battles. So that points me to the first thing I'm going to do for the day. I'm going to go play PvP. Let's go to PvP. Let's go to our Citadel Wars. That's always a good thing to start with. We got Dragon. which I don't have a team for. We got merfolk. I probably don't either. Nope. So, dragon's probably the easier one, right? Make a team for this. Do I need my... I'm gonna take these off for now. I'm starting to run out of Swift Talismans. I only got 13. Let's make a team for this dragon Citadel War. Got Amethylos, Aquaria, blah 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 blah. We got Chrysantherax. Probably use it. We got Essentia. Probably use that.
Return from the darkness.
What else do we got? Bunch of dragons. Look how many dragons there are. That's why Elamagrim's just like not good anymore. So many there that are better. They're all the dragons. Xantharax is awesome. Diamantina's really good. All the dragons that make up Chrysantherax and make up Stellarix are good. Wang Long's pretty good. Ishtara's decent. Mistmother's pretty good. Stellarix, of course, the Void Dragon. All of that stuff, you know? We got Chrysantherax, Essentia, what else are we gonna do? Probably hero with like a mana generating weapon, right? Maybe Mistmother? Or do we have another... We might have Venombaralix or whatever. The Veneratus?
What madness is this?
And a weapon. Do the wand. We could do... I think I'm just gonna do Essence of Evil. I'm like a Essence of Evil stan.
They shall feel my fury.
Let's do that. Our dragon team. We have a bunch of green. And then blue, I guess. Minus brown, that's fine. Our class is gonna be... Let's do Archer. Could do Elementalist, I don't know. Green Storm. Is that even gonna matter? This does a Light Storm at the start of battle, so... Guess Archer doesn't matter, but it's a 50% start. Like, Elementalist wouldn't give us a 50% start. Anyway, I think that's fine. See how it goes. Playing the game normally. I always do my XP booster first because it's normally going to tell you something you should be doing anyway. Plus, you get the XP booster. Plus, like, I need to be doing PvP anyway. Like, I don't know. I just said the same thing twice, but... Usually going to point you to something you should be doing anyway. What is this? Red into yellow. Should I have already done that, maybe? Oh well. Red into yellow. Do we got anything else? If not, I'm just gonna cast it. It's a lot of mana. They're all dead. They died of Chrysantherax poisoning. Anthrax. Chrysantha and anthrax poisoning. Alright, we got red to yellow. If we got nothing else, we might just do it. We got purple though. Might as well, right? Almost got it. Stupid barrier. They're dead anyway. I'll show this team code for anybody out there that's doing the same thing today. I know there's not like a bunch of people. It's PvP. I guess if you're on PlayStation, you have the same fights as me. If you're on like PC or Xbox or any of that, or Switch, I don't know don't think you have exactly the same fights. It's just the same platform. That's why I stopped doing PvP teams for real, because, like, I mean, eventually, it's kind of like the faction event. Like, you might not want to do it today, but if you could look it up later and you'd have the team, like, it's kind of like that. As far as how useful the teams would be for me to be putting up right now. I guess Dragon is like a pretty common restriction on PvP, but nobody's gonna care if they don't have Dragon. Not sure if I should have done that or not, but I did it anyway. These fights have been pretty easy so far. Not playing it like Guild Wars, I'm kind of playing it more like Explorer 12 or something. Like, yeah, I could lose, I guess, but it's a little bit harder than that, I guess. Some of the teams... Like, I'm not in Diamond League. I don't play enough PvP. I should, though. I've been saying that for a year now. Play more PvP! Wonder how the numbers look for the game these days. Like, I want to look up... Let's do that right now. I want to look it up. I've been thinking about doing that. Now, this has nothing to do with, like, it's not every player. It's the Steam charts, right? So it's just from Steam. So, it's not every player, like PlayStation people, Xbox people, Switch people. Let's check out Gems of War, though. Whoops. Gems of War. The last 30 days, we've had an average of 892 players. I remember when that was always over 1,000. It was about a year ago, I'd say. Yeah, it says it right here. About a year ago, we were always over 1,000 average players. Now we're at under 900. There's 892 average players on Steam. That's a minus 16 players for this 30 days. Minus 1.86%. And peak players is 1,290, which is the lowest maybe ever? Not ever, but like in a very, 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 very... Let me go find peak players lower than that. Hold on. What was it again? 1,290. Jeez. 1,290. When's the last time there was less than that? April 2016. 2016, everybody. Jeez Louise, that's almost 10 years ago. The last time this game had less players than it does right now was 10 years ago. How crazy is that? This is me self-sabotaging. Like, this is my channel, and I do Gems of War, and Gems of War is dying. What an idiot. Why would you say that? It's just the truth. I'm always... Yeah. Last time they gained any was May 2025. Way back in May, they gained 4 players. Just 4. And that's probably an update. In the last... Oh my goodness. If you really look at it... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Okay. Since March 2023, they've only gained players 5 of the months. Since March, and it's been like 17 and 23 and 10 and 4 and 4. Not like 100. So every single other month they've lost players. Other than 4 months. Other than like 5 months of the last, however many that is. 30 something months. It's crazy. It's all red here. It's all red. It's nuts. So last month, September 2025, there was 909 average players, which is a -1 and a minus 0.212% with 1,294 peak players. Let's go back 2 years. Let's do September 2023. They had 1,306 back then with 1,904. That's 400 people. 400. That's almost half the players we have right now that we lost over 2 years. Crazy. Yeah, it's down right now. You know, it's their own fault with the updates they've been doing, I swear. They could have done something way different. I don't know if they're realizing it yet or not. Like, how low do the numbers have to get before they realize, like, they're not doing the right thing? They need to quit doing all this PvP and Guild Wars updates and stuff and do something that people want. You know, people that are playing right now, that are one of those few people that are still playing right now, can say that they love the new PvP update and the Guild Wars updates, but there's tons of other people that do not like it, that are playing and not playing. And that's, like, do a treasure hunt rework, do an overworld, do a arena rework, make a PvP guild vault event or something. Like, I have lots of good ideas, they just never, they just stick to their guns and bang their head against the wall. They're doing this, so they're gonna do this until it's done, even though it's not working. Like, it's like driving the wrong way, and you just keep driving that way because you're already driving that way. That's kind of what they're doing right now. They're driving the wrong way, and they just keep going. It's like stubborn. Like, I know where we're going, you know? They know where we're going. They're going the wrong way, though. They keep going that way because they don't want to admit that they're going the wrong way. That's horrible, man. That's like they're going to drive off a cliff. They don't turn around the car. Best thing you can do when you're going the wrong way is to pull over and like look it up and figure out which way you're going. You don't just keep going. But they keep going. Jim's Award car is going the wrong way, and they are not pulling over and looking up directions or anything. They just keep going the wrong way. Everybody's yelling at them like, "Hey, you're going the wrong way. It's a one-way." They're going the wrong way down a one-way. People are yelling at them, honking at them, flashing their lights, and they're like, "These people are rude. We'll keep going this way." People are jumping out of the car like, I'm out of here. You're going the wrong way. You're not listening. Listening to Jimmy Buffett with your AirPods in, just turned all the way up. Going the wrong way on a one-way street. Everybody's yelling at you, waving at you, flashing their lights, honking their horn. You just don't care. You just keep going. That's what they're doing. Turn the car around. You'd be better off you just just turn the car all the way around. Like, quit going that way. You're going the wrong way. Everybody's jumping out of the car. And when are you going to realize? When are you going to turn around and look in the car and there's like nobody in there except for you? Realize it. Or there's like one person that's like, yeah, this is the right way. People that like PvP and Guild Wars. Keep going, yeah. I don't know, they're flashing they're rude. What are they doing? Trying to tell you there's a baby car seat on top of your car with a baby in it. Just keep going and ignore us. Forgot to put your car seat in your car. It's on top of your car with the baby in it. Please stop. No, I'm going the right way. Shut up. What they're saying. But your baby is on top of the car in the car seat. It looks like it's having fun, but you need to stop and put that thing in the car. No, I'm already going this way. Sorry. I'm already going. I'm gonna keep going. Jim's a war developer. I'll just keep going, you know. Going the wrong way. Just keep going. Don't care. Foot's on the gas. It's already on there. Not taking it off. My hands are on the wheel. My foot's on the gas. Don't care. Keep going. Somebody told me go this way. I'm going this way. Don't matter. We gotta get these updates done, you know. We gotta get there. Going the wrong way, though. But we gotta get there. We gotta keep going. But you're going the opposite way of where you're supposed to be going. I don't know. We gotta get there. Gotta keep going. What they say. Stupid. Stupid. If I stop, how am I gonna get there? Dummy. Stupid dummy. How am I gonna get there if I stop? If I take my foot off the gas pedal and my hands off the wheel and I stop, how am I supposed to get there? Stupid. You stupid dummy. You're going the wrong way, though. You're going like the complete wrong direction. So if you stop, you're doing better than if you keep going. Oh, how am I going to get there if I don't keep going? Duh. Can loop around the whole world, come back. Duh, stupid. World ain't flat. You think the Earth's flat, don't you? Well, I'm going to keep going. One day I'll get there, dummy. Idiot. Stupid. That's what they think. Dumb. Treasure hunt rework. Overworld. PvP vault event. Come on, do something. Instead of adding an ultra rare to the faction. Ooh, let's have a 6th round of faction on Tuesdays, or on the weekend, and let's add a 6 troop that's really boring and doesn't help anything. Yay! Don't add a mythic, don't add a legendary, don't do an overworld. No, just keep going the wrong way. Add a stupid ultra rare. Sounds like fun. That's another example. Keep doing Guild Wars, keep doing PvP. Nobody wants it, but keep doing it. You know, the faction event, instead of doing something fun, instead of doing a completely different game mode that adds a whole other faction or something like an overworld. No, let's keep going with the same faction events on the weekend. Oh, okay, so you're going to do a mythic for the factions or something? No, we can't do that. We're going to do like another legendary maybe? That'd be cool. No. Well, what about an epic? How about an epic? No. Well, ultra rare? You want to do that? It's the hardest one to ascend and all that? Yeah, we'll do that. Let's make an ultra rare, yeah. Oh, fun. Good idea. It's kind of like doing PvP and Guild Wars updates for 2 years. It's kind of like doing that, which should have took you 6 months. It's kind of like doing Guild Wars and PvP updates for 2 whole years. It's kind of like adding a 6 troop and keep doing the fact. Don't even have a deep delve now. The whole point of the weekend felt like that you were adding a deep delve to every faction and adding a 5th troop. Now there's no more deep delve. Now you're just adding a 6 troop. And you didn't what is that? That's nothing. You could have, that was a good chance to do something different. And you decided to just keep doing the same boring thing that's even more boring because now there's not even a deep delve. And you chose an ultra rare instead of a legendary or a mythic. Instead of doing an overworld, instead of making it cooler and doing something different. No, you're doing the same thing, but it's even more boring. There's no deep delve, it's an ultra rare. Good choice, good move. You're like throwing more dirt on the grave. You're stupid. Stupid dummy. Moron. A stupid dummy moron is what they are. Alright, I got like 5 more minutes. I'm also a stupid dummy moron. Should be playing the game. Let's do our adventure board, I guess. I want those gems. I like gems. I like money. I like money. Gems, pretty much money. I like money. You can use gems to buy stuff. I like buying stuff. I like money. Welcome to Walmart. I love you. Welcome to Walmart. I love you. I like money. Stupid dummy. Moron. Alright, so tomorrow we got the faction event. We got Guild Wars. I'll literally make my team do my defend. That's what you got to look forward to tomorrow. You get to see me make my defend, pick a location, craft my defend team. You get to watch as I do my offensive team with the team code. Can't run it. We can run it in PvP though. We can go to unrestricted and actually use the team. We'll do that tomorrow. You kind of already got a sneak peek today of what my team is going to look like, kinda. But I'll show you the team code and I'll show you some fights tomorrow. Hoping that entices some more people to come to the Tuesday live stream, because it's like the deadest stream of the week usually, because I feel like people aren't doing their faction events when they should be. Or you never know. Maybe they're smart and they already got their team because we've had 50,000 faction events already and you should already know what team to use anyway. Benefit of the doubt. I think most of the people that watch my channel are super smart, so they already have the team and that's why they're not there on Tuesday. It's because they're surfing in Hawaii, you know? Not because they don't like me anymore or they don't need me anymore. They're surfing in Hawaii. They already have the team. I already gave them the team. They already have it. They're smart. They don't need it again. That's why they're not there. You know, think positively. But Guild Wars, you know, they don't already have that, so maybe they'll come for that. Instead of using me all up and already having what you need and leaving me and throwing me on the side of the road. In a ditch somewhere and you don't even care. Roll me out of the car. Peel out on my body. Roll me into the ditch. I already got the team, Cindy. I don't need you no more. I'm not coming anymore. You said naughty stuff about Bill Murray one time. I like Bill Murray. He's my favorite. Why'd you say that? I hate you now. Alright. What about dungeon? Let's run dungeon real fast, because usually I just do the picks, I don't get it perfect, and I flip off the screen. Stay. I don't want to climb stairs. Climbing stairs takes effort. I'd rather go down. I'd rather fall down the stairs. Alright, we got an ice trap, so I flip off the screen, I say F you, and I don't do it. But, remember, if you still need diamonds at all, if you still need jewels at all, if you still need shards at all, always do your dungeon. No matter what. I'm just cynical and I already have all that crap and I don't need to do it. That's it for today, y'all. Hopefully you got at least some entertainment, maybe some teams, maybe you learned something. Odd One Out says, I always said that if they enabled drops redeem codes for console, they'd have more players. Same with Bungie, a dev lashed out on socials, all because they're still too stubborn while the ship's sinking. Players are abandoning ship. Still need the coffee emote for Gems of War. I'll always need teams. I've stopped using team slots since every week feels that teams are disposable. Yeah. I started using my team slots to help me make my videos, pretty much. Yeah, I think it's smart to keep coming back because the game changes a lot. But it's also smart that you already know what your team you're going to use. But come support the dude, you know? Come support. That's all I'm saying. You can turn it on and not even watch it and you're supporting. Like, does it take that much effort to remember that I stream at around 10 a.m. on Monday, Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday? And you can turn it on. I don't even expect you to watch or chat or anything. Just turn it on, man. Like, oh yeah, he gave me teams for that faction event already. I don't need them for real. But yeah, since he did that for me, I'll turn a stream on. Cause I get it, you're smart, you remember. Like, oh, this one's this and this one's that. I don't need to watch a stream. But you never know what I'm gonna say either. It could be funny. But yeah, like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Especially the Pure faction. Like the Pure faction, there's 5th troop, 6th troop, stuff changes. Maybe we come up with a better, even if there's only 5 troops, maybe we come up with something better. I don't know, like Hellgate totally changed. It used to be the hardest one and now it's not. Like, stuff changes with the Pure faction and the Deathless, at least. Like, obviously, if there's red or blue, you might do Tesla, and most people are just doing Chrysanthrax all the time, and a lot of lower-level players are doing Rowan or Balder or Gargoyles, or you already know what's up, and that's smart, but come support, you know? Just turn it on. But yeah, like, share, subscribe, consider joining. Helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel down below. I'll see y'all next time, which is tomorrow. Same time, same place. Faction event, the Blackheart, and Guild Wars. Defend getting set. Defend team getting made. Location being chosen. Offensive team being built. Team code being shown. Team being tested in unrestricted PvP. Come on. Let's go. Galvania restriction. Alright, I'll see you there tomorrow. Thanks for joining me today. Odd One Out. Rain. Sauna. Tyrion Shark. Tyrion, Odd One Out. Crow was here today. Mr. Z. Super Rex TV was here today. Anita. Chad, the Clip Bomb. Anita with the gifted. Thank you so much. With the Joyous Roamer. It was a ladies type of night tonight. Playgirls. The Playgirls were here today. We got Mr. Z, we got Tyrion, we got Chad, we got MJK Jets. Funky Town, Texas. Classic EverQuest was here, backing me up on that last video I made. I was ranting and raving about these idiots in this zone, and if you want to go see, like, you don't even know EverQuest, right? But I'm, like, ranting and, you know, getting mad about something somebody did, so it might be kind of funny. Go check out the video from yesterday if you have some spare time. It's called, like, something about clowns and Lower Guck. Go check it out if you just want to hear me going off on some people. You don't even have to know what the game is. Daniel Lucas was here. Son of what the gifted went to Chrissy? Chris something? It's crazy writing. I can't read it. But yeah, special shout out to Sana and Anita keeping the train a moving. Was awesome. Especially after Saturday, just being able to do a decent stream today, keep it going. Gotta keep that momentum going. Keep it rolling. It's easier to keep it if you keep it going, it's you know how it goes. We have to start it from a standing position. It's always harder. Like if it's already going, it's easier to keep it going type of thing. So, thank you for keeping it going. All right, y'all. Have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Peace out. Good luck in that world event. Good luck being patient and not getting anything in that Soul Forge. Good luck in Epic Trials if you don't have it done. I think you got this, though. Captain McCall, bang, boom, bang, dead.